minutes blind energy reading quickies. Thank you for joining, allowing me in your experience, participating this co-creating energy of oneness by listening live, archives, requesting energy reading, and healing. This is June Universe. Hope you are having a wonderful, wonderful moment in your corner of the world. So, I would like to share where I am at this present moment in the linear time context is that into the third week of the November 2018, one of the planet event just happened in this past 7 days is that Mercury started to retrograde. If you are listening this podcast, I mostly share the planet movement on moon cycle, and then another one is this Mercury. If you are interested in to learn more about this planet diffraction to our life on Earth experience, you may want to Google some astrologers to check their information because some of them sharing particular flow in many forms, such as in a video, podcast, and writing. And finding someone that resonate to your awareness and sense of interpreting that energetic changes and what's in our universe, what is happening from the cosmic point of view. And the reason why I am sharing this moon cycle and the Mercury information is that that's one of the most bringing the impact to my awareness as far as I am documenting my awareness over a decade, and everything else perhaps is reflecting it. However, for some reason, intuitively, I'm just catching up with this moon cycle and then this Mercury retrograde cycle. It's the Mercury is retrograde 3 times a year. It's every 3 months for about 3 weeks. And this is the time to become aware of the something redoing things is encourage that um to our creation. I mean, the energy is like back retrograding, so using that flow wisely to create your flow, being part of the universal flow, so to speak. So, admitting that we are part of the universe and we are the universe, and it's always nice to use something available naturally in the flow for our everyday life, just like it's easier to read that book or doing some um this things under the morning sun instead of dark night doing it. It's easier for our eyes to do that kind of thing. So it's up to us to use when we want to do it, how we want to do it. It's totally up to us. However, being a human living on earth reality, sometimes it's wise to become aware that environmental changes and flow around us so that we can be more efficiently finding the resonance to better, good feeling and more joy and happy alignment. So that's what information I would like to share. So the Mercury started to retrograde the past 7 days. That's one of the main universal cosmic planet changes is taking place. So currently retrograding. What does that mean? That again, it's good to review, redo anything to going back and to check what's been doing, what you've been creating, how the things were changed there in this that last 3 months. And it's better to avoid or wait to start something brand new. That's the energy. And basically the communication, Mercury is influencing the communication, any kind of communication. So expect to be a misunderstanding or any kind of communication devices issues or contract, and these are influenced by the Mercury is retrograding. So no need to be sensitive about to worry and avoid anything, but just become aware so that you can manage your energy instead of like, gosh, overreactive to how come it's not working, always that. So instead of that, it's like, oh, gee, that's right. The Mercury is being, part of this creation of challenging communication. So that's the case. If you still want to proceed with that, go ahead. And if you choose to wait until that period is over, and then that would be another way. So it's totally up to you to use the energy, but the energy is the energy, against the flow or go with the flow, or using the flow on your side, or you just challenge the flow and train you whatever you want to explore, experiment, being in that challenge. It's about uh it's about to get what you would like to get in a way, the most easiest way, and get the cake and eat it at the same time in the at least resistance uh to get what we want to get, to be there where we want to be. It's not hard work is to get in there. It's outside of the how much hard work you've done to get there. It's not the point to me. It's getting there is most important life experience. Of course, that how we're gonna become that person to get there is the journey. However, the hard work doesn't guarantee to get there. Let's say it that way. So be wise and notice where you are in each level, each body, mind, emotional body, mind body, spiritual body, and physical body. And to connect each part of you and remind and navigate the all energy into the most ideal move closer to where chosen by you. So today's focus I like to give is embrace, connect to the love of your now. Embrace, connect to the love of your now. I'm excited what kind of challenging messages can be downloaded today under this focus. After the conscious breathing exercise and weekly check-in to reconnecting where you are, where I am, where we are at this present moment in co-creating energy of oneness. And again, thank you for allowing me in your experience and joining this co-creating energy of oneness. I mean it because I need you to create that oneness energy and this unity power support each one of us in a way that something larger than what we can capable individually, and especially this still my heart is with the people in California, that being me as a Californian, that it's a home, community, and beautiful sky and nature and activity and city and people's energy. That's what we are so proud of being California and being as a Californian. It's such an challenging moments that the nature challenges us with that wildfire. It's a season kind of challenge and crisis, and we go through each year. But to me, it's every year devastating more and more. I also shared last week at this podcast about the fire in California. It's happening. It's the season. However, that for the past 4 5 years, it to me feels like worse and worse because each year that I lost that memorable place and meaningful facilities and community burned by fires. It's just too much. Every year, some memory attached is gone. I mean, that's what the change is. However, let us send prayer, heart, energy, and support all these people who lost by fire in California. It's one of the worst damage so far we are experienced through this fire, and I just can smell the air of the smoky, how my friends and communities get encouraged to going through this in a way crisis situation. Everything is happen for the reason, and hope for that better new is rebirth through this experience. But for now, we still want to send our love and support energy to those who are in California under our one sky. We are connected. We are connected. So let us take a moment here now to just take a 1 minute. Let me set the timer and connect as one and send a player to people in California. My fingers are pushing different icon on my phone, and it's a hard time getting the timer. Hold on 1 second. Everything happens for a reason. Okay, here we go. It's that timer. Let me set 1 minute. Are you ready? Just let us close our eyes and send the energy and love to people in California. Okay? All right. Ooh, thank you for your energy. I felt this 1 minute, 60 second pretty long. I connected the energy in California, and I felt that I felt the power of nature. That's amazing that human is such an powerless sort of when the wildfire started, all these natural, the earthquakes, tsunami, and wildfire. Every time I witness that nature changes, we cannot do anything. It's such a small um, dot of existence on Earth, and cannot do anything. Just watch the fire is burn everything, or like a tsunami just wash out everything. And but we connect as one, unite together. We are stronger to support in each level: physical, emotional, energetic, financial, anything that we can connect to create the oneness. I mean, the community, power of the community is amazing. The material we can build again, and life on earth going until we depart our body. And at this time of this year, the holiday season started in the Western countries, almost for preparing for the Thanksgiving until the end of the year. And this is the gathering season, and the pain body everywhere. And then veil is becoming very thin. What does that mean? Is like after the Halloween period, getting into this month, November, many souls choose to depart, going to the other side. That's the another season flow of the renew, and some choose to go the other side. Um, Sending the love and light, especially the northern Hampshire, is the weather is becoming a winter time, cold season, and send our love and to warm up the heart energy. It doesn't need to be physically next to each other, but one memorable piece of sharing warmth of love, or any one word, anything that we can touch each other's heart, that will make that day warmth, and we can live with the warmth of your kindness, kind touch, kind word, anything that you can think of, whomever that you bumped into, because we are all connected after all as one. So remembering and reminding each other, just a one smile to a stranger, perhaps that gives the light to that person. And so there's something that we can do, you can do in easiest way. No need to put the effort, no need to work hard on it, but just naturally, effortlessly do something to connect with the others. Just a smile, or a little bit of a tip, extra tips, anything to make others touch with whatever that you are capable to share with. That is a big deal for our oneness. And thank you for joining. I feel like I'm already channeling, but so let us do the weekly check-in as usual, and noticing how you feel right now and choosing the one word that represent the feeling right now. I feel I feel very moving. I am moving. How about you? Write that word down on a piece of paper so that will help you to become aware of yourself, because the relationship with yourself is the most important element aspect. When we are having a good relationship with ourselves, we are loving ourselves, kind to ourselves, and then that would allow us to loving to others and kind to others. So it's starting to ourself embracing. So and noticing where you are, what you are thinking, what you're feeling, how about your body is observing you is the good exercise to connect to each part of you. So feeding, notice the feeding and write that down with the date of this day you have. Okay, the second feeding word is the feeding you would like to experience with this together moment here today. Today's show. At the end of today's gathering, what kind of feeling you like to feel? I like to feel open, open. Open up my heart, open up my mind, and open up my body, flexible. How about you? So feeling open, flexible. Yeah, I like the feeling flexible also good. Let me change it. Flexible. Loving is good, kind is good, inspired is good. If you just went through the challenging experience in a crisis situation, perhaps lost your house through this fire, and it's natural to feel angry about, you know. And I encourage you to feel the anger and let that out instead of repressing it and feeling, saying, negotiating yourself like, oh, it's okay. No, it's not okay. The fire took you home and it's not okay. If you feel it's okay, and then that's sick, right? You are a healthy person. So something is taken away, all this, sudden out of the blue. I mean, the fire, it's mad, and angry about where you want to express this anger. That's the thing. So you may want to deal with your anger. So the anger management process. So Google what I recommend you is to Google anger management, anger healing. No need to manipulate that, oh, it's okay, it happens to me, and it's supposed to happen in a way it will be a good thing. Even that's the spiritual point of view to look at that situation, could be. But hey, we are living as a human and we have an emotion, right? So the angry feeling is part of our healthy emotion, and repressing it is unhealthy is going to stagnate, carried in your physical body, and then that is going to eaten up later. So I highly recommend you to treat that emotion if you feel angry about. Okay, so you know how to Google that anger management methodology, and then you will find some many approaches, and then go pick something that resonate, trust your intuition, and resonate into your feeling or your intuition, or this could be the process, and then follow through. Many affirmations, and people are offering for a free program, so take advantage of that network and admit that anger that you have. And if you are that person right now, and then the emotion must be angry, you know and what kind of feeling you would like to choose is that hopeful would be a good one. Right now, feeling angry but hopeful, that's the sign to navigate. And choosing like angry and devastating, that could be more emphasizing their anger. It's like a putting the oil into your anger. So we want to cooling down the anger, navigating in that way with admitting that you're angry about. So the emotion anger guided into hopeful, to neutralize. No need to yay, happy, prosperity, abundance. No, that's a fake. So want to be authentic to yourself, relate to that, never cover up that wounded emotion, feel it, cry it, allow the tears, use the tears to cooling down the heated up energy from the anger, you know? So nothing is wrong. That's natural. I probably just connecting to particular you listener. So, just allow that to admit it and find that solution and speak out and reach out. So you chose the feeding, the second feeding. Mine is flexible. Mine is flexible. Okay, so let us use that breath. Deeply, consciously breathe in the energy from the nose and intaking the new energy that resonated to the feeding you chose for today. If you're angry and hopeful energy all around. We are sending the hopeful energy in this oneness. So connect as one, and then intaking whatever the energy you are needing to feel the energy that you chose the feeling. And keep it in your body and circulate the energy inside of your body, and keep it in the stomach as if the balloon inside of your trunk, and let that out slowly from the mouth with no longer serving whatever. Okay, so we do this 3 times with eyes open wide awake, because I would like to you also to practice this practical meditation in anytime you want to, because we are living creature and most of the time our eyes are open. So when we close our eyes and practice meditation, that's one way, but we need to close the eyes to do that, and it's inconvenient sometimes when we want to have that immediate shift while we are driving, and then the eye must be open wide awake. So let us keep preparing that most of the natural awakening state living everyday life to do the meditative exercise so that we can be more effective and practical. So we do this 3 times. All right. Let me sip my coffee. Even when you are sipping some coffee, actually, that's good to recognize and sending a signal to our awareness that when we sip something or chew something or eat something, and it's easier to identify where the physical body located. So I can just observe that, oh, okay, here is the physical location, and then rest of other part, your mind, your feeling, it aligned to this body with the breath. Okay, so let's do that. Let us take a long, deep breath, counting 3, 1 from the nose. Go. 2, 3. Hold it. And release slowly from the mouth. One more time, counting 3, 1 from the nose. Go. 2, 3. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. And release slowly from the mouth. The last one with the silence, in taking all the energy around you in this oneness into your body, and let that out slowly with no longer serving whatever memory, event, anything that served that purpose and no longer need for you to carry in this here now for the next. Ready? Let's do that. Go. Thank you for joining conscious breathing exercise, being current here now. This is Junior Universe. I feel so centered. How about you? Hope you notice before and after this breathing exercise. So today's focus I'd like to give is embrace, connect to the love of your now. Embrace, connect to the love of your now. What kind of message I'm gonna channel? I'm interested in. So embrace, connect to the love of your now. Everything is happening here now at this present moment. And life on earth is to allowing a pure soul essence at your core beingness in this physical body as a human, as becoming a person, remembering what you really are, what you really becoming. The pure love, that's what we all are. Any love start within you, within me, all around you, all around us. At this now moment, your beingness, give yourself a permission to love fully, including your nasty part, unwanting part. You're becoming something different all of that time as being part of this planet Earth. Everything on Earth is changing, whether you like it or not. What we can do is to use your conscious awareness. You have a power to choose. What you're gonna choose is totally up to you. Choose love. When you're challenged to feel the love to yourself, whatever that comes to you, and you started to beating up yourself because whatever, because you felt that way, because you thought when you were a child, because you were taught at the school, because you were taught by your parents, because you're taught by your friends, whatever that you felt less love, that you're supposed to love yourself. That's the experience becoming better person. Love, how you gonna love, including everything. And perception of how you perceive the experience, the information is totally up to you. You own the perception. Everything is what is. It's not good or bad. Who's gonna choose? Who's gonna decide it's good or bad? It's just a resonance to what you are choosing. Choose love. If there's an only the bright light, positive, and then it's hard to notice, identify that light. Because of the darkness, light is obviously easier to identify. So darkest dark night, star can be shine that light. If it's always bright as the white night, bright, we need that darkness. We need both. Both side is within loving energy. So practice, including that. Make mistake part of you. And adjustable part of you. Becoming better with energy of love, power of love, embracing it, own it. That love of yourself, the ownership full of love is abundant of love around you. Let us start with the one love within our heart to expand, share, to make it larger, and share to brighter, warmer in our heart, in abundance of love instead of hate. This is the time to connect self-love the most, to share with the world around us. Together, we can warm up one another more warmer. But start with your love to yourself. Thank you for loving you at this now moment. This is June Universe. That's an interesting message. So I'd like to give the 3 minutes blind energy reading quickies that today's category is life path. You can also request your intuitive reading going to www.thefuturefocuster.com. Thefuturefocuster.com. Look forward to intuiting your needs. So when I'm delivering the insight, I'd like you to embody the feeling you chose for today and send a good thought to the reading requester in this oneness, so that when you send out the good thought, and universal energy return system is coming back to help you to embody your chosen feeling for today. That's the beauty of the energy of oneness. Okay, so thank you for co-creating the life path. The symbol is pineapple. Pineapple. Here is the pineapple. I get the sense that there isn't a small pieces of ripe now kind of harvesting, very grounding, natural sense of cosmic energy is planted onto planet Earth. This seems to be connected to your heart and what you're supposed to do for this lifetime. And there is a tremendous amount of financial reward attached to it. And communication is clear and very authentic, and I see a very balanced way you are dedicating this particular motto on this life path. Something about the spiritual you think it is, but in the sense of that it no need to worry about that much spiritual, but it's more of authentic real life mottos that naturally fitting into other people who are interested into what you need to offer, what you are creating right now. I get a sense that very creative energy is right on target and power on. Get going with the energy flow that you are creating in the communication. Up and down seems to be more expanding as the way that you are initiated. I get the sense that enjoy the process with more fun energy. No need to remove a little bit of seriousness to have fun. Life is all about enjoying love and sharing the joy. Good luck. This is the pineapple category of life path. So another one I would like to give is a short one. Okay. Spider. Or spiral. Spiral. Okay, spiral. I get the sense that something stagnant in the clear view, that you may want to do something to put some movement in the idea that you seems to be clear and still clear, but I like to see a little bit of movement or activity that you put some emphasize to do something with it. I'm running out of time, so I continue for this reading next week. This is June Universe. Thanks for joining. I see you next time. Until then, I'm sending all my love and healing to your heart.